Operatives of the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, that's NAPTIP, have rescued 26 children and arrested 2 suspects in a major child trafficking operation in Benue State. The primary suspect is a 60-year-old man, the founder of a recognized civil society organization who's alleged to be at the center of a large-scale syndicate involving child trafficking, sale, and illegal adoption. The agency believes over 300 children were trafficked from vulnerable, crisis-ridden communities in Benue under the guise of a back-to-school project. Parents were deceived into handing over their children with promises of educational sponsorship. Instead, the children were taken to orphanage homes in Abuja and Nasarawa State, where they were allegedly sold to couples for fees between 1 million naira and 3 million naira per child under the pretense of adoption. Well, joining us now is Arise News analyst Dayo Sobowale for an analysis on this need to curb child trafficking through a reform of process for registering orphanages, some of which are front for child traffickers. Good afternoon, Mr. Sobowale. Many thanks for joining us.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure of being here.
It's quite horrifying seeing a CSO, or a registered CSO, is basically a kidnapping ring. Now, with the numbers that NAPTIP is estimating that maybe about 300 children have suffered under this registered CSO, what would you say about this being possibly one of many that have not been detected just yet?
Yes, it is. And actually, it's a modern day slavery. But you see, this one is exploiting mercy, the concept of mercy, of looking after people, giving people protection, and then turning that into a commercial venture, which is very, very illegal. I'm happy they have apprehended them, but there will be many still out there using the front of wanting to take care of people to exploit the fragility and the weakness of young people. They are all over, especially in Europe now. It is in Europe that the governments are more involved in tracking them. You see, they even use the excuse that people are running away from persecution, from sexual persecution and all that. And then they traffic these little people, these orphans, these people who are exposed, traffic them abroad. But you see, it is difficult to really apprehend them because there is a cultural tone to it. From time immemorial in the African society, this extended family system, you have people sending their children from the rural area to people in urban centers to help them have education. Some people have had education through that and grown up to move on in life. But see, some have been exploited, such that even where they live with relatives, the children of those relatives will have formal education. They will never have it because they were brought in to help out in taking care. So it is as one a cultural and a legal issue. See, but my own take is that they can easily apprehend them because they are registered as NGOs and they are registered in Abuja. Let the police find out a list of these people and set up a special squad to inspect what they do. At one stage, it was rampant in the East. And some people even go to the extent of trying to help people who want to deliver babies, saying they want to help them, and in the process, they eliminate the mother and take the baby. You get me? So it is a very inhuman thing, but the law can be used to tackle it. This time, it is implementation of the law, prosecution of those involved. I'm happy they have highlighted this gentleman, or do I call him a gentleman, the trafficker, and he's supposed to be head of a body of people who are in charge of orphanages. You think these are people who have mercy, who are trying to show mercy to people, but then they have commercialized it, they have brutalized it. So the law should take its course on that. Yes.
And I think what you said is very interesting, this need to balance cultural norms with
legal implications.
With legal implications. I think that's so key, especially here. Do you think that this is an issue that's front and center for the federal government right now, or even the state government? How committed are we to addressing this issue head on?
See, if I have my way, I will not leave it to government alone. This is a moral issue. It's a religious issue. I know we have churches, you get me, who take care, who have welfare units. Well, I know that in my church, the Christ Church Cathedral. They take care of people on a regular basis. You get me? If government can involve the mosques, the churches, organizations like the Red Cross, and those who are involved in welfare issues, if they can rally them round and give information to police, because the prosecution has to be done first to deter. It's no use saying you want to help people and you turn them into perpetual slaves who are disadvantaged in life. They probably have no education. You destroy their prospects and their future. So they should be identified and they should be prosecuted as a deterrent to other people. That's it. But I think it's not an issue for government alone. Social institutions, religious institutions can be drafted in to help out, to identify such illegal orphanages and to prosecute them.
Also, Mr. Sobowale, I like how you say you're making it clear that this is going to take collaborative effort.
Right.
This actually reminds me of the story of Georgia Tan, who was based in the United States at the time, and she had this going on for 20 years, about 5,000. And it was actually investigative journalism that exposed that case. So which of the stakeholders in this situation would you say failed these children, or the parents, or the victims in this case, the most?
No, it's not. See, you can't call them stakeholders, because these are criminals who are exploiting.
I mean those involved in the system.
Yes,
that should have prevented this from happening.
You see, that's why I said it's cultural. Even if you go to churches, you see young ladies like yourself. You get me? You have some young girl. She won't sit near them. Sit there. That's the house help. Following them to church. You can see some elderly people too. You see some young person saying, that's the sort of thing we are talking about now. It's supposed to be an act of mercy, but that person is deprived of education. You get me? Not to talk of in the north, where you have out-of-school children roaming. If people like this have their way, they will just add them together, take them to, I think through Morocco, Morocco then to the Mediterranean, and they go across.
Well, Mr. Sobowale, since you're familiar with the Georgia Tan's case, are there any lessons from her case that you think that we can apply to this?
Well, a lot. You see, in that particular case, that's why I said it's cultural. Some people will see orphans and say, okay, we'll send you to a relative overseas. You have education there. But in this particular case, she was not given education. She was locked up, and whereas the children of these people were having education. Not until she spoke to somebody and they called the police. That's how it was exposed. I'm trying to tell you that, see, in family circles, in some multicultural circles, the idea of the extended family is there. You get me? But people are being exploited along that line, because some people have commercialized it. You get me? But in the case of people who are orphans, they have no parents. They have no parents. So it will seem like an act of mercy, of succor. But at the end of it, it is being commercialized. It is a very wicked way to exploit people who have no parents. they must be apprehended and prosecuted. That's it. Either in the churches or wherever. And again, the social institutions, because of their moral disposition, can help out. You get me? Creating orphanages or looking after orphanages. Right.
Mr. Sobowale, thank you very much for joining us on this very important topic. I'm sure we'll have you back to discuss it some more as it progresses.